Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we were at the forest, no we're at the street, no we're at the house, and where did all that time go? Seems like Shirou's losing his sense of time and partially his sense of self. Totsuka arrives and asks us about what happened. We tell her what happened and how we rescued Ilya, but in actuality, we actually had like 2 days or so we didn't actually have to go leave immediately. Ilya goes into detail about the lesser and greater grail and the angry mango, and I got lost because it was really long. It took like a freaking hour. And then Sakura arrives at our garden. She warns us and tells us to run away. She'll take Shadow down with her, and we're like, no, we're gonna see you tomorrow, and we're gonna bring you back home or kill you, depending on who finds you first. And later on, Shirou makes a projection of the jeweled sword with Ilya's help. We see someone, a being, I think it was Justice, which was like one of the earlier Einsburns, and it was a lot easier with Archer's Shroud, and Shirou loses track of time again, because that's just how it goes. Later on, Ryder asks us about her resolve, and in most choices, she just kind of leaves. Shirou and Totsuka end up going to fight Sakura at the bottom of the Ryudo Temple just to encounter Saber. Totsuka gets a pass, but Shirou has to fight. And after projecting several times and learning the true essence of the swords that, like Bakuya and Kancho? Yeah, those two swords, Shirou manages to beat Saber, but he kind of loses himself, leading to a bad ending. In another timeline, we convince Ryder that we'll always be on Sakura's side, and she'll join us in this last fight. And that's where it kind of ends. We have, this time, we're definitely heading into the last day, and we have Ryder as an ally. So hopefully we'll have better chances against Saber this time. But yeah, this is like really the beginning of the end. So like, I'm really excited. And honestly, I think I've mentioned this in a comment before, but like, I'll talk about my in-depth analysis, not really analysis, but feelings about I guess the entire game in general, but notably all the routes. I think out of all the routes, Heaven's Feel is definitely the most interesting, and after the initial like bloat of retreading old ground, I've actually been really invested. So yeah, let's head into it. We're going on to day 16, I believe. It should be February 15th. Heaven's Feel 16 final. Oh, it's been a long ass playthrough though. Oh man. Oh, we start off with an interlude. Wow, I was not expecting that. All right, 16-1. Heaven's Feel. Probably gonna go with the POV of Sakura. That's the only other care. Whoa. Yeah. So I do remember this. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't remember this area, but I have seen this one like version of the CG in Fate Grand Order several times. It's often where it's the depiction of where the Grail manifests. It's kind of weird because we didn't see it in UBW, nor did we see it in the Fate route. We see it here. I guess this is the true area under Ryudo Temple. So that's cool. All right. I think we're in Sakura. It's an altar enshrining the stars. Fire blazes as if to connect heaven and earth. Flickering flames illuminate the dark cave, searing the canopy above. But this is no godly shrine. The sky it connects to is deep underground. The world's upside down, and the burning torch is black, not red. The air is murky, the wind is stagnant, and the water oozing down the walls is the color of poison. The underground kingdom is said to have been their lair of the dragon. In fact, it is modeled after the stomach of a dragon. Oh my god, I love CG dragons. None who visit this place are human. Those who seek salvation in this otherworldly realm, who rejoice in this bizarre sight, must only be the sort of demons who flee the light of the sun. Oh no. Okay, it's a dude. It's not Kirei, no. I think it might be Zoken. Nope. Oh, that didn't okay, so it's assassin, but like, that didn't sound like assassin. I'm able to... I know it's just a noise, but I really thought that was Zoken. Okay. A skull-masked face chokes in the mist of the realm. Lit by the dark crimson, he's the servant assassin who lost his master to Kirei Kotomine. Ah, well, it kind of makes sense it wouldn't be Zoken. Zoken's freaking dead. But, I guess, yeah, I actually don't know how Assassin died. So, originally, I actually thought that Assassin was killed by Kirei in that movie. But actually, I just misremembered it, and Kirei just pinned him down so he could kill Zoken, which effectively gets rid of Assassin. So I just completely memorized that wrong. So yeah, Assassin's still here, but he's on death's door.
魔力提供がなくてはもはや体が持たぬ。
Yeah, that is Assassin's voice. I'm just so used to him either screeching like ah, or like speaking a very smooth voice, to be honest. Despite the fact that sometimes he does cackle. I don't really understand how this language works because throughout the game he's had like several different intonations of how he talks, several different accents. Sometimes he speaks very simply, sometimes he's very raspy, sometimes he speaks very smoothly, and this is one of the cases where it's like, yeah, smooth. The white skull creeps along a wall. Ahead of him stands a girl. Oh! Dressed in black curses, she stares absently at the approaching skull. Curie did say like, Assassin has like no other master candidates. The most he can do is probably head over to Sakura and kind of like hope that she fulfills his wish. But I don't know, man. I think he's about to get slurped. Oh wait, sounds like he was running away from him. Oh shit, is Zoken still alive? He stops 5 or 6 meters from the girl. Stuck to the wall like a spider, Assassin calls out into the void. Wow. Finally, someone answers. Okay, so it's Assassin's POV. The old mage's voice rings out in the void. The old man should have been eliminated by Kirei, but here he is, alive and well. Damn it! It is only logical. The Zoken Mato, which was crushed in the forest, was no more than a swarm of worms. His real body, which anchors his soul to the world, sleeps elsewhere in a safe location. Oh, so they're saying that we've never actually seen the real Zoken, because he's just been like, his main CPU is somewhere else, while he's just been projecting copies of himself via worms. Even the priest's holy words cannot destroy the old mage, as long as the insects that comprise his real body remain intact. Yeah, he doesn't even sound pained, he just sounds normal. Damn, Sakura's still listening to him even now? The old man intones an order. The black cursed girl, Sakura Mato, doesn't respond. She ignores the absolute authority of the old man and continues staring out into space with lightless eyes. Bitch, I'm in my rebellious phase. Have you seen what I did to Shirou? A threatening current runs beneath his irritated tone. The old man is slightly on edge. He's angry at the girl's ineptitude for losing Berserker and letting Ilisfield slip away. To be fair, I still think it's BS, but I've already talked at length about that. I don't blame Zoken for being like, what the fuck, Berserker lost? I thought Berserker was the strongest in the world.
Sakura,
Cold contempt. The girl has never defiled the old man when she speaks like that. Not out of fear, but because his dominance is absolute. She does fear him, of course, but she is literally unable to defy him. Reason being, her heart is... Dang, her mind is broken. The old man's irritation vanishes. He returns to a calm silence. In this dark, crimson pit, there's the sound of a slithering worm. Oh well, my granddaughter's gone. It happens, you know. The old mage sounds both disappointed and utterly enthused. The girl doesn't answer. Her mind has been swallowed by the darkness. I have no choice. I'm doing this for my granddaughter because I don't want her to get eaten, you know. I definitely didn't plan for this. He snickers. The laughter comes from the girl's throat. Oh! The old mage is laughing using the empty Sakura's vocal cords. Please help me, bro.
恨むのなら己を恨め。儀式が間に合わなかったはイリアスフィールを逃したお前の落ち度よ。
A crunching sound. A worm wriggles its way into the girl's neck. It can't be seen. There's no worm crawling under her skin. Not from the outside. There was never any escape for the girl, not from the twisted thoughts nestles against her heart. Zoken Mato, insect user. His real body, the host for his decaying soul, is a pseudo-nerves unnerving Sakura's Mato's heart. Oh, he is he is a worm that is literally in her heart. So like, unless we got rid of her heart or like the worms around her, she was never safe. But in that case, that means that she never actually had to approach her. We were so concerned about Zoken getting close to Sakura because he could activate his magic and the worms will go haywire. But if he is the worm, then like he never had to.
体はまだ変わりきっていないが、何贅沢は言わん。その肉体、消えた主に代わってわしが引き継いでやる。さらばだ桜。実験作の身でよくぞ耐え抜き、よくぞわしを楽しませた。
There's a slippery sound of the wriggling blood vessels. Zoken Mato's rotten spiritual body orders his worm bodies to eat the girl's brain. But,
その必要はありません、おじいさま。私は大丈夫です。
Every time the music goes out and someone says a line, it's like, oh shit. The girl places a hand in her chest and opens her eyes.
おう、飲まれてしまったかと思うたが、まだ踏みとどまっておったが。うん。では桜、ちと事情が変わってな。
Oh.
ましてはアサシンを維持できなくなった。
Oh no, there's gonna be a fuck you, and she's probably gonna kill both of them.
少しばかり負担をかけるが、わしの代わりにアサシンと契約するがよい。
The old mage issues a command as he always does. However, the girl shakes her head in denial.
何のつもりかな、桜。
何？
ですから言ったでしょ、おじいさま。その必要はありませんと。
Her icy voice rings in the gloom. Suddenly, ugh, yeah! The white skull on the wall is swallowed by something dark and enormous. Yeah.
何？
That was the blandest nani have I heard. There was an exclamation point and question mark. It should be nani. You should say what? Their astonishment comes too late. Assassin's entire body is compressed in a single attack, leaving only his mask intact. Damn. Honestly, Assassin has been like quite the threat in this route. I want to take a look at his stats again. It's just that, like, from what I understand, his stats aren't like particularly impressive. Of course, he has good agility because he's an assassin. Though agility, it's like sometimes riders have higher agility because their agility is their mount. Sometimes lancers have really high agility, but like assassin, wrong assassin. His overall stats are relatively low. It's just that like his noble phantasm is really good at like just murking people, because it's like if he's able to touch someone, they're pretty much dead, unless they have like some exceptions to the rules, like Berserker, who can't be hit with his noble phantasm, and well, I guess Kirei, but like for everyone else, he can just crush their heart. And it's like really, really good. So he's been an absolute unit. He's actually, how many people has he taken out here? He's taking out Lancer. He's fought with Archer, but I believe I don't know if I forgot if he won or lost, but it was in the forest where it didn't really end. He has fought Ryder, but he wasn't able to get, to basically touch Ryder. He's just too fast. I don't remember what killed Caster. No, Saber killed Caster, but Caster was already like really out of it. I think she was absorbed by the shadow. And well, yeah, he had a pretty good chance of beating Saber as well with the assistance of the shadow. So like, he did some work. The mask falls. Beneath the white mask, where his face should be, is only another skull.
なんだ。どんな顔をしてるかと思えば、もともと顔がない人だったんですね。あなたは顔を隠していたんじゃなくて、素顔を隠すことで顔があると思わせているだけのつまらない人だった。
Wow, how poetic.
顔をなくして名前も捨てて、それでも永遠を求めたなんて。けど残念。永遠を求めるなら、おじいさまのようにこれからも生き続けることを望まないと。いくら聖杯でも、過去に戻ってあなたの名前を取り戻すなんてことはできないんだから。
You know, this is kind of weird. It's like even the Holy Grail can't do time shenanigans, even though it is currently literally doing time shenanigans with Saber's situation and Archer's situation.
消えなさい、
God.
山の主。あなたは何者でもない一人の暗殺者。ただ一人の破産になどなれないわ。
The shadows swallow his death cry. The skull mass assassin is devoured without a trace.
貴様正気か？何をするのだこのバカ者め。
I'm eating. Now don't distract my mealtime. The old man's confusion borders on madness. Is he shocked by the sudden development or being driven mad by indescribable terror? The girl laughs at the old man who used to control her.
だってあの人、二度も先輩に手を挙げたでしょ。
Uh-oh. He attacked Senpai. I can't let him get away with that. Even though I attacked Senpai too.
だから殺しました。
Okay.
だって、先輩を傷つけていいのは
There we go.
私だけなんだから。
Only I'm allowed to hurt Senpai.
な、
それにおじいさま、おじいさまはもう彼に守られなくてもいいんです。なら彼には暇をあげないとかわいそう。
Then there is a wet sound. The girl plunges her fingers into her own body, tearing out the worm buried deep inside, in act of psychic surgery. Whoop! I was gonna be like, you can do that, but now that she is fused with the Grail and having like near infinite magic power, she probably has the ability to just essentially get an entire new body. She can like rip things out of her and then regenerate, right? So, yeah. She can get a new heart. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this little being is Oken, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's, oh god, just imagining that going in someone's, it's like the Matrix belly button thing. And Sakura, are you doing okay? You look, oh, she doesn't have the mark on her face anymore. I guess that means she's fully fused with the command seals. What to call this terror, this confusion? The girl gouges out her own body, tearing her own nerves to shreds, all while giggling coolly.
何をする桜。
Man, there's so much bodily harm in Fate Night. I know it's really late to say, but like we kind of start with just Shirou dying, and then immediately like getting mangled again by Berserker, basically dying again, body basically bisected. He wriggles. With lightless eyes, the girl examines the thing that is her grandfather, the thing calling itself her grandfather, the thing that seems to have been her grandfather.
なんだ、やってみたら簡単なんですね。私、おじいさまはもっと大きいかと思っていました。
In fact, the worm serving as Okenmato's main body was not always this diminutive. The old mage changed his host to a more suitable worm in order to parasite the girl's heart. To do that, it needed to be smaller than a heart. In retrospect, his eccentric taste turned out to be his own downfall.
桜、よもや。
Are you scared of dying now, bitch?
あの神父さんには感謝しないといけませんよ。あの方がおじいさまを消してくださらなかったら。
Good job, Kirei.
本当に私が食べられていたところだった。
She's seen right through him. No, this was inevitable from the beginning. The old mage never bothered to hide his objective, and the girl could not defy his will. So there was no problem. He only ever treated her as an eventual replacement body. So she only had to wait until it was time to raise the flag of rebellion.
待て。違うぞ桜。お前に取り付くというのは最後の手段だ。お前の意識があるのなら、門は全てお前に与える。わしは魔道の血統が栄えればそれでよい。お前が勝者となり、全てを手に入れるのならば、それでよいのだ、桜。
The worm wriggles. Would you still love me if I never loved you? She gently smiles at the filthy creature between her fingers.
それではなおさらですね。だってもうおじいさまの手はいりません。あとは私だけでも 門を開けることはできますから。
Something inconceivable is happening. The old mage made only one mistake.
待て、待つのだ。待ってくれ、桜。わしはお前のことを思ってやってきたのだぞ。
Yeah, it was all for you. I wasn't gonna eat you.
それを恩をあだで返すような真似を。
さようなら、おじい様。
Bye bye.
200年も地の底でうごめいていたのは疲れたでしょう。さあ、もうお消えになっても結構です。
The old man raises the girl too well. He failed to notice the darkness within her and mistook it for purity. Only the girl remains at the altar. The flickering black blaze delights the girl's independence, a personification of itself. The dark girl looks at the blood slicking her hand. She stands there emptily, like a puppet with its strings cut, her laugh echoing on and on. Honestly, okay, it was unusual that she was like actually like really what do you call that? When someone's like really crazy but also kind of hot. Yeah. Also like completely deserved. Been waiting like this entire route for Zoken to just freaking die. I feel like so far Sakura has made a conscious effort to kill at least 2 people, and well, one of them was by accident actually, and that was Shinji and Zoken. She attempted to kill a lot of other people, such as, you know, Tosaka and Shirou, as well as Kirei, but as herself and not the Shadow, those are the only 2 people she's killed, I believe. Nobody comes out to greet us. Rito Temple looms over us like a giant hunch in the darkness. I feel some strange power from it. Is the wind blowing up in the sky? I thought, is the wind blowing up? I'm like, what? I crane my neck to listen and hear howling wind.
階段の上に力を感じます。境内の裏手にある池に何らかの場が作られているようですが。
いいえ、そっちに用はないわ。上で作られてる場は表向きのただ聖杯を欲しがるマスター用のもんよ。
Oh, this part's probably gonna be similar,
聖杯戦争の大元に行こうって言うんなら、上じゃなくて下に行かないとね。
Except this time we have Ryder with us, so we're just gonna walk around and try to find the entrance. Tosaka walks away from the stairs and into the forest.
ライダー、大丈夫か？竜道寺は結界が張ってあるんだろ？サーバントは正門からしか山に入れないって聞いたけど。
多少の重圧はありますが、耐えられるレベルです。それに、中に入りさえすれば、この土地はサーバントにとって最適な霊脈です。大気に満ちたマナを吸い上げれば、回復はたやすい。
そうか。辛いだろうが、少しの間我慢してくれ。
We push our way through the trees, walking through the night. There aren't even any game trails out here, and we mostly have to drop down small cliffs and rock walls.
イリアの話じゃこの辺りなんだけど。シロ、入り口らしきもの見当たらない？
らしきものってなんだよ。
岩肌に人が入れそうな亀裂があるとか、あからさまに怪しい社とかよ。一応入り口なんだから、まさか落とし穴ってわけでもないでしょ？
無茶言うな。星が出てるからって夜の森で周りが見通せるかって。
That's exactly what you said last time, but I can actually see perfectly. Oh, I can see pretty well actually. There are weathered trees all around us. Maybe we're behind Realta Temple now. Of course, there's no man-made buildings in sight. All I see are dead trees and a bubbling brook. Wait, that means the water must be coming from somewhere.
あの小川の先、岩が固まってるよな。
Oh, we call him Ryder this time.
真っ暗でよく見えないけど、あれ、もしかして横穴になってないか？
シロ、振り向かないように。
Uh-oh. I hear a small metallic sound, like a clasp being undone. Ryder must have taken off her blindfold. Oh, it sounds like that. I guess it would. Is she gonna try to... Wait, what is she trying to
あり
do?
ますね。
Oh, okay.
天然の洞穴ですが、人間が入れないこともない。ここからでは1メートルほどで行き止まっているように見えますが、魔術による偽装が感じられます。
I was like really confused. I'm like, is she trying to petrify the entrance? I was like, no. She just needed to increase her eyesight.
そっか、助かる。トサがそれらしいものあったみたいだ。
Tosaka, she just turns around. She's like stoned because she was like, I kind of want to look at a rider right now. I call out to Tosaka and head down the stream. It turned out to be only a spring rather than a river. It's flowing from several piles of rocks, and we finally come across an opening that one person can fit through. The rock reminds me of igloos. One could tell at a glance that you'd hit a rock as soon as you stepped inside, and no sane person would even think of entering.
当たり。この岩簡単にすり抜けるわ。
Luckily, we are not sane. Tosaka goes inside without looking back.
先にどうぞ。後ろは私が守ります。
I nod at Ryder and venture into the darkness. Alright, it's cave time. I make scraping sounds on the stone. I feel my way forward with my hands on the wet ground. The ground begins to slope dramatically. It's tight and claustrophobic in the darkness. I'll tumble down into the infinite darkness unless I slowly go down on my back. In the dark, I make a slow descent, sprawls on the angled rock. The way ahead is dark, and I can't even tell how far this goes down. I can only hear my breathing.
シロ、今のうちに聞いておく。
Then, Tosaka suddenly talks to me from ahead.
いいけど、
宝石券、なんで作って
Okay,
くれ
this
た
part's
の
gonna be the same.
なん
It's
だ
like
から、そんな私に
I
武器
trust you, was it?
それ
Or like I
俺は
want to
遠
keep
坂
my
との約
promise?
束を果たせなかった。
Yeah, it was about the promise. Alright, I'm gonna skip through this.
ああ
Alright, the one-man wide path becomes an ever deeper passage. We don't need any illumination. Some sort of luminescent moss suffuses the cavern with a green glow. Wow, God, it's red! The passage teems with life energy. It feels so raw. It's an air filled with vitality that seems to celebrate life. Abundant odd and flowing mana as far as the eye can see. It's so raw that it makes me nauseous. The warmth of radiant life is so filthy I want to turn away from it. Thank you for your additional ellipses input, Ryder. I have nothing to say. This is a land of death. Talking to Tosaka would lower my guard enough to get me killed.
行くわよ。ここからは自分の命を優先して。
Tosaka goes deeper down the passage towards the source of the dark air. Ryder and I move forward, keeping an eye on our surroundings. Ah! Huh? I sense something red on the ground. I actually still don't know what that is. Why is there red on the ground? I don't think people would have come by here. The only one... Oh, no, I know what it is. They're unmistakably bloodstains. The blood splattered continues into the cave. Did someone get here before us? Were they wounded so badly that they bled everywhere they walked?
シロ、
すまない、すぐ行く。
Because like we never got the answer to that in the last in the bad ending because we weren't able to get past Saber, so and we didn't see any bodies on the way, so we're like, eh. I shake off the premonitions and keep walking. I can't afford to worry about anyone else now. If I lose focus, my mind will shut off. Worrying about extra things could erase me entirely. I grip the pendant tightly in my right hand. I use the paint to remind myself who I am, and I step into the verdant dark. Into the darkness we go. Hi, Saber. A tepid breeze caresses my cheeks. We come to the end of a passage which opens into a large cavern. It's as wide as the school grounds. I can't see the ceiling in the murk, but it could be as high as 10 meters. There's no sign of life. The forgotten underground wasteland reminds me of the pictures of the moon's surface I saw in books long ago. There, it's Saber Alter. Stands Saber waiting for us. She's the only one in the cave. I don't see Sakura, Zoken, or Assassin. Well, two of them are dead. Only the darkened swordswoman blocks our path. She wouldn't have anything to say to me. Of course not. Saber's only job is to eliminate the intruders. She's a gatekeeper and executioner here. She's the strongest servant protecting Sakura, and she could take us both alone.
話し合いで通してくれるって雰囲気じゃなさそうね。
You don't need to talk the talk, you just need to walk the walk, because you literally are given free passage to just walk. Tosaka arms herself with a jeweled sword that she's kept behind her waist, keeping her stance low. She intends to attack from the front. I don't know what powers the sword has, but she thinks it'll work against a clash against Saber, but it won't go well. I know Saber and there are ways to deal with her. We shouldn't reveal our only secret weapon while Zoken Assassin could still be waiting.
遠坂待て、セイバーは。
リン、私にはあなたと争う理由はない。くれぐれも間違いで私に剣を向けないように。あなたをここで殺してしまっては、さくらの命令に背いてしまう。
Saber's quiet voice is the same as ever. It stops right in her tracks. Tosaka and I both know what that means.
どういうつもり？あなたはここの門番よね、セイバー。
相手が何者であれ、ここを通る者は消去する。それが桜の命令です。ですが
私は例外。桜の方から会いたがってるってわけ？
Saber nods wordlessly.
そう。
Alright, bye,
本気な
Shirou.
んだ、桜。
I'm going first. I'm gonna kill her. She murmurs briefly. After a big sigh, Tosaka walks towards Saber.
遠坂。
悪いわね。そういうわけだから先に行かせてもらうわ。
Tosaka boldly walks past Saber, just before she blends into the dark.
シロ、あんたがどうなるかは知らないけど、私は信頼してるんだから、ちゃんと期待に応えてよね。
Huh? Hold on. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that vague statement. Not that my brain is working very well right now.
だから蹴りがついた後に来られて文句言われるのも迷惑だってこと。そのさくらを助けたいって言うならあんまり遅くならないようにね。
Tosaka's long hair whips through the air and she disappears into the depths of the cave without looking back. Thanks, Tosaka. That boosts my spirits. In other words, telling me to come before she settles the score with Sakura was a roundabout way of cheering me on.
それは不可能です。あなたはここで死ぬのですから、シロ。
Saber's bloodlust swells. Tosaka's gone, leaving only me. I suppose that in this situation, Saber doesn't need to hide her hostility anymore.
殺すとは聞き捨てなりませんね。あなたが手にかけるのはこの道を通る者のみ。
So here's the
彼がこの
equalizer.
場にとどまるのなら、あなたに襲われることはないはずですが。
We have a rider.
とどまるのならばそうしよう。だが、その男はどうあっても先に進む。私には勝てないと理解していながら、先に進むしかない。
I think one thing I do appreciate about this, like altar or whatever you call this, tainting phase of basically being tainted by the Holy Grail and turning into this alternate self. One thing I do appreciate is that these servants are still the same servants. They're still servants that contain all the memories of when before they were tainted. So like we only have two examples, which are Saber and Berserker. Berserker, before he died, he basically like. I know in the anime he actually said this out loud, but here in the visual novel he was like mentally I don't know what the right word is, but like basically telling Shirou that I want you to take care of Ilya because Ilya means a lot to me. We've seen how much Ilya means to Berserker throughout the routes several times. But here we can see that like Saber knows Shirou. Her experiences with Shirou still carry over. She understands that he'll do whatever, he'll throw himself into danger even when he knows he doesn't have a chance of winning. She knows his skill level and she knows that he will lose. So it's cool that there is like some consistency with that.
違いますか、ライダー。そう。先に仕えていたのはあなただったわね。セイバー、彼の性格。知っていて当然ということ。
Saber narrows her eyes. She holds a black dyed sacred sword in her hand. She's coming. Me or Ryder? If either of us takes so much as a step forward, Saber will rush in to cut us down with a single blow.
セイバー、どうあっても引かないんだな。
Pretty please?
くどい。それが私の役割と言った。
I grasp the holy shroud covering my left arm. Saber doesn't show a hint of doubt. We're enemies now. That's the undeniable truth that I saw for myself in the forest that night. And I answer,
そうか。なら、ここでお前を消滅させる。
I have to accept it. Oh, you saw her eyes light up for a little bit, but like in a very vicious way.
俺は桜を
Like a
助ける。
lion.
そのために、お前は邪魔だ。
Ryder, I want you to smile after that. Saber isn't my only enemy. I still need to deal with Assassin and Zoken. Well, no you don't. Who's responsible for all this? I can't let this take up any more of our time. Oh!
シロ、あなたは後ろに。指示通り、セイバーの相手は私がします。
The blinds are off. This might be the only time we see Ryder with her blinds off that is not a CG. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Ryder pushes me behind her while removing her blindfold. Saber raises her sword. The tip of her sword is already keenly focused on Ryder.
バカ言うな。二人がかりでやるって言っただろう。 ライダーじゃセイバーには。
倒せないまでも押しとどめることはできる。幸いセイバーは魔眼よけの特性を持っていません。
Fortunately, Saber has no attribute that protects against my mystic eyes. I know that Saber is supposed to have really high magic resistance, but is that gone because of the for lack of better words, the mud? If we look at her skills, no, her magic resistance is a B. I don't remember if it used to be a B, but oh no, here it says nullifies magecraft activated by incantation shorter than 3 measures. It is difficult to wound her, even using grand magecraft or ritual mantras. Because she has taken on the dark attribute, her anti-magic is lowered. Oh, and her riding skill is lost. Intuition is a little bit worse because she's suppressing her brutality. Her mana burst is increased, I believe. So yeah, and a charisma, yeah. It's cool how the mud has actually actively changed her skills. Well, we don't have a berserker entry for this, so I kind of wish we did so I can see whether or not like some of these are relevant. Like I think it was Noah Phantasm, yeah, this one. Or this one, 12 Labors. Yeah, but I don't know.
魔力で上回る彼女を石化することはできませんが、重圧をかけることはできる。全力でかかれば2分は拮抗できるでしょう。
Rider's eyes focus on Saber. They can turn everything they see to stone, and they can weaken Saber temporarily.
状況は私が作ります。あなたは動かず、気を逃さぬよう気を配りなさい。
ライダー。
では、私の命はあなたに預けます。シロ。
One thing I do want to talk about Rider is that I remember only watching Fate Stay Night, Fate Route, and UBW, and I was like, wait, so like the thing I know about Rider is I do know her name is Medusa just because of online spoilers, or like just looking online, because I was like, I never found out who this person was, and at that point I didn't plan on reading the visual novel. I was like, wait, Medusa is known for her like petrifying gaze. Why the she never uses that in the entire game? She only uses it, now I realize, in Heaven's Feel, and she doesn't actually turn anyone into stone. Because we've only seen her attempt it once, and that was at the school, and she was interrupted, so she didn't actually, oh actually no. In one ending, she actually did turn Shirou into stone, but every other, that was a bad end. But canonically, she never actually does turn anyone to stone, because she gets interrupted. Rider vanishes. She charges the Dark Knight at extreme speed, raising a gust of wind. Well, Saber's got a freaking smirk. Just like, yeah, I've literally beat you every single time. Human eyesight can't even perceive Rider's godlike speed. Saber casually knocks her back.
いいだろう。まずはあなたが消えろ。ライダー。
An enormous pressure suffuses a cave. The black swordsman smiles coldly and calmly begins to move. Ooh, alright. I'll get you first. Raida, okay. Interlude. 16-2. So it's gonna be... I'm gonna guess Tosaka. That would make the most sense. Her field of view expands. As soon as she leaves the darkness, Rin Tosaka forgets that she's underground. And we're here again. Holy crap, what's out on the ground? Ugh, it's a worm. She sees an infinitely high canopy and a black sun. The massive space is no cave, it's a desolate land. It's easily 3 kilometers in diameter. A giant monolith stands in the distance. It's the beginning of this war and the end. Once she climbs that precipice, she should see a giant crater. Therein lies a system that's been operating for 200 years. A dark pillar burns inside the bowl of the huge rock containing the giant magic circuit called the Greater Grail. Wow! Thump, thump. The black shadow pulsates. A wave of magical energy leaks out from something within, illuminating the wasteland. According to Tosaka's, the Tosaka archive, it's called the Altar of the Beginning. In its very center lies a circular cloister, a heart's world, the Cup of Heaven. Pregnant with immeasurable magical energy, it gives rise to another worldly worthy of its name.
あれがアンリマイル。
Angry Mango.
この世すべての悪っていうのは伊達じゃないってことね。
Rin makes a light remark that as she walks towards the altar. She's worried about Shirou and Rider, but her situation isn't much better. The magical energy filling the Greater Grail isn't in a dimension that humans can do anything about. It is effectively an inexhaustible vortex of magic. an inexhaustible source that mages from all around the world gather here to use. A human could never use it all up in their lifetime, and even if there is a limit to it, it's still correct to call it inexhaustible.
不可能はないか。確かにあれはあらゆる願いを可能にする聖杯だ。
She can feel her resolve starting to break under the premonition of death numbing her limbs and the overwhelming disparity in combat strength. But Rin keeps walking, distracting herself with lighthearted quips. At that moment, she's on guard against Zoken Mato, an assassin. To Rin, Sakura Mato is an opponent she needs to be cautious of. She doesn't feel any threat from Sakura, who's lost sight of herself. In the end, Sakura is Zoken's puppet. Her greatest foe is Zoken, no doubt. Any face-off with Sakura will come once the rest of this affair is settled.
おかしい。これじゃ祭壇についちゃうんだけど、私。
Oh, that's weird. Zoken isn't stopping me. Zoken wouldn't have allowed an intruder to come this far. He would have attacked her well before she got this close. But he's nowhere to be seen, and Rin is almost at the altar. She thinks. She considers why Zoken hasn't stopped her and the fact that she hasn't sensed him or assassin at all. Rin takes her observations and makes a deduction. She wants to deny it, but her mind goes easily to that conclusion. No, she has no choice but to accept it, because...
嬉しいわ、姉さん。逃げずに来てくれたんですね。
Damn, Sakura's a master of cutting off the BGM. Her deduction is now unmistakable fact. Oh! Oh no, she still got the scars. We just couldn't see that on the other side of the face. That, oh my god, it's Seihai-kan, Chukun-chan. Damn. Dude, what's with the music? Okay, now we got the organs. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool though. She looks up, on top of the high cliff in front of the black sun. Sakura Mato welcomes her sister. Rin takes a slight step back, overwhelmed by Sakura's sheer gravity. Her transformation is more than anything Rin expected. Angry Mayun is a servant with no definite form. It's nothing more than a shadow incarnated by human wishes, modeled after human fantasies. Oh, we actually get a choir now, not just the organs. Oh shit. Thus, its power is granted to the host and master who will give birth to it. At this very moment, Sakura Mato is Angry Mayun. She now serves the function of taking the curse of all the evil in the world, giving it direction and spilling it into the world.
参った。綺麗がいたら神の代行者とか言うんだろうな。
Looking up at Sakura, who had become an endless magical energy, Rin unseals the jewel sword. But this is something. Is this something she can even fight? Weapons which support magecraft and mystic codes which support rituals are broadly divided into two categories. The first type are amplifying functions. These are backup fuel sources that amplify or replenish a mage's energy or enhance their magecraft. They are treated as orthodox support mystic codes, and any mage owns at least one. Rin's jewels fall into this category. The second type are limited functions. Special magical implements where weapon is the magecraft itself. They are powered by a mage's magical energy and enact a predefined mystic. Their greatest advantage is that a user can execute magecraft that they personally can't perform, as long as they have the magical energy. Limited functions may not be versatile and restricted to a single purpose, but they have accordingly powerful effects. For example, a spear which always pierces the heart. Yeah, gay, bulge. A brittle which can control a divine beast. Is that supposed to be Rider? Or a dagger that cancels out all magical effects. That should be a rule breaker. Most noble phantasms are classified as limited functions. And which type does Rin's jewel sword fall into? Is it an amplifying function which grants a user magical energy? Or is it a limited function which defeats an enemy with a unique ability? I'm gonna guess the latter? Still, no matter what it is, she doesn't feel like it'll work against Sakura. Oh, she's like, I don't know! There is an overwhelming disparity in power. Sakura could probably blow away any magecraft without even trying.
どうしました姉さん。そんなに怯えて。今さら臆病風に吹かれたなんて言わないでくださいね。
Yeah, I kind of am. Can I go back and do some side quests? This might be a little. I might be a little bit too underleveled for this.
言うじゃない。そういうあんたこそいつもそばにいる保護者はどうしたのよ。弱虫なんだからすぐ近くにいてもらわないと困るんじゃない？
I've grown, Tosaka. The air freezes. The lukewarm vitality that fills the cave becomes tinged with dark bloodlust. The dark girl bites her lips slightly and sighs.
おじいさまはもういません。邪魔でしたからアサシンと一緒に潰したんです。
We saw for a split second when the camera shifted a little bit. It went to like really low poly, and now we're back to HD. She giggles and smiles elegantly. She didn't even need to ask. Sakura killed Zoken. Of course he wouldn't show up. In the very end, the old mage was eaten by his own pet dog.
なるほど。完全に自由になったわけね。良くも悪くも、ゾウケンは今まであんたを縛っていた支配者だった。その抑圧を自分の手で始末して、もう怖いものはないってわけ。いいえ、それがまだなんですよ、姉さん。
I'm still afraid of something. I'm afraid of you taking my senpai.
おじいさまを消したくらいじゃダメなんです。こんなに強くなって何だってできるようになったの。私はまだ囚われている。もう姉さんなんて取るに足りない存在なのに、姉さんは私の中から消えてくる。姉さんは私の中で今も懲りずに私をいじめ続けている。だからあなたがいる限り私は自由になんてなりません。
Her voice is light and sing-song, yet heavy and sticky. The contradiction proves that she's insane. In fact, the bloodlust filling the cavern is madness tinged with arrogance and awe. Actually, I kind of wonder, is this event called Sisters, like finale? No, the Black Queen's Kingdom. Okay.
その割にはご機嫌じゃない。ゾウケンを殺してアサシンも殺して、その分じゃキレイもあんたに殺されたと見るべきね。あれだけ嫌がってたのに大した手際だわ。人殺しにはもう慣れたの？ええ。だって人を潰すのも飲み込むのも変わらないもの。人間は遊んでいないと毎日がつまらなくて意味がないし、飲まないと乾いて苦しいでしょ。ほら、だから同じ。姉さんと変わらない。私は当たり前のようにみんながしていることをするだけです。ちょっと今のへりくつ本気で言ってる？へりくつなんかじゃありません。私は間違ってない。違ったのは強くなったからです。強くなったから今までとはあり方が変わってしまっただけ。私は強くなりました。強くなれば何をしても許されるんじゃないんですか？そう、強くなれば誰にも負けなければ今までのことだって許される。私が私じゃなくなれば今までしてきたことも全部当たり前の仕方のないことだって言えるはずです。
She lived so long as a victim that now that she's not, she's like, oh, I kind of like not being the victim. Let's do some crime. She screams in rage. It's a sobbing whine of a child who has nothing else to believe in.
わかりましたか、姉さん。私はそういうものになるんです。だから誰だって殺せます。そんなの私にとっては当たり前のことなんだから。そう。で、目につくものなら片っ端から八つ当たりするわけか。けどシロはどうなの？
Oh, she said this S word, the Shirou
あいつは
word.
今でもあんたを助けられると信じてる。それでも関係なく、あんたはあいつをやっちゃう気？
The girl's face switches. Ah, yes. Shiro's the only one that still has any chance. Rin's question was the last barrier. Her ecstasy begins to recede. Hearing that the boy is so near at hand, the girl manages to reel in her mind that she nearly let go of. Then she smiles gently.
それは先輩だって例外じゃないわ。私が殺してしまいたいのはあの人だけなんです、姉さん。
Honestly, I don't quite understand this intrusive thought.
私、先輩も飲み込んでしまいたい。
Okay, no, I understand it. Not me personally. But now I'm like, okay, she doesn't want to kill him because she's angry at him. She just wants to have him. Sakura's answer is too late, in every sense of the word. Rin grips a jeweled sword, calculating the distance to the enemy above her.
何がアンリ前と差し違えるよ。
Come on, I said that like 5 hours ago.
バカな子だと思ってたけど、ここまでバカとは思わなかったわ。完全に取り込まれて、とっくに人間やめてたのね。
The hostility is plain in Rin's voice. As the administrator of these lands, she has identified her sister as evil.
強がりですね。素直になってください、姉さん。こんな強い力を見せられて、本当は羨ましがってるんでしょ？嫉妬してるんでしょ？だからわざわざ叶わないって知りながら私を殺しに来たんです。そう。この子を私から取り上げて、また自分だけで幸せになる気なんだ。
Oh, we got that being! That's basically like super shadows, many of them. A shadow rises. It's a cluster of magical energy unlike any before, a power of absorption rivaling a servant's noble phantasm. Absorption was the motto of magic, so she's kind of using that now. And not just one, more rear up one after another. They've got an army of these things.
これは私の力です。姉さんにあげるものは後悔と絶望だけ。それをゆっくりと教えてあげます。
Oh jeez. There's at least 3. Okay, there's 4 shadows tower over them. They reach for the girl below like giant protectors.
力の差を見せてあげますね。姉さん、今度は誰も助けに来ない。湖に落ちた虫みたいに、この私に溺れなさい。
Whoa! A shadow giant approaches. Rin Tosaka is swallowed by a massive power that can't be dodged or blocked. Oh, that feels like the end of the interlude. Yeah. Interlude? Out. Alright, back to Shirou probably. Two dark figures clash. One of them is Ryder, who dashes at supersonic speed, unleashing a dizzying flurry of attacks from the ground, the air, front and back, and left and right. The way her long hair trails behind her as she streaks back and forth resembles a shooting star. And yet, the shooting star is all too feeble. Ryder's target is a swordswoman. Saber takes a firm, assured stance and intercepts Ryder's assault with overwhelming force, but it fails to budge her at all. Ryder leaps and strikes from an unexpected and wild angles, but Saber just needs to turn and bat her daggers aside. Her riposte steadily breaks Ryder down. Her firmness and fierceness are like that of a black sun, a giant star that burns away any who approach it. Even if it can fly through the air, a shooting star that could blink out at any second could never overcome a sun. I guess so. Whoa, we haven't seen that Ryder's. Oh no, we have seen this stance. It's just without her blindfold off. This is the first time we see it. Damn. Ryder's really attractive. Another of Ryder's ambushes fail, and her strength is shaved away. She boasts superhuman speed, but she's being forced back by Saber's counterattack. In the blink of an eye, she retreats and charges like a dark firework. She's only barely evading mortal injury. The difference in strength is clear. Ryder's speed drops with each assault. High-speed movement and rapid attacks too fast for the eye to follow. Any of Saber's injuries are automatically healed. The conclusion seems foregone. It takes every last drop of Ryder's energy to suppress Saber. Ryder keeps attacking, while Saber stops her with attacks of her own. Ryder knows that she and the boy she calls Master will be killed instantly if Saber goes on the offense. So she keeps running, knowing that she's going to burn out soon. Her strength is sapped with each passing second. Ryder said that she could hold out for 2 minutes. It's already been 10 minutes since she passed that point. Wow, it's been 12 minutes? Her legs are starting to collapse from under the extreme strain. Meanwhile, Saber is completely unharmed. I love how like this CG was so cool that they used it like 5 times in the last 5 minutes. All of Rider's attacks have failed to reach Saber, while Saber maintained firmly planted, showing no signs of fatigue. Skill, strength, magical energy, Saber has the overwhelming advantage in all 3. So the instant Rider loses her only edge, her speed, Saber will most likely move. Rider's mobility steadily declines. It's only a matter of time before Saber catches her. She'll be forced to catch her breath after a few more seconds, probably once the next attack is repelled. Once Rider loses her physical and magical strength and can't operate at full output anymore, Saber will cut her into 2. But they predicted the situation. Before setting out for the cave, Rider and the boy knew the battle would run this way. She knows that this is a losing tactic. There's only one way to avert her death. They wait for the opportunity with bated breath. Whoa! Rider attacks Saber. At the same time, I loosen the binding on my left arm, and I begin projecting. I'm fading away. I loosen the holy shroud around Archer's left arm. Search. I'm being blown away. The wind is powerful. I'm beginning to fail to understand anything I see, making me want to cry. Release my right hand. Put the shroud back on. I can't take this for even a second. I'll lose it. I'll lose what's precious to me. Search. Select. I don't have the search button on my controller. No, in this very moment, every part of my body is dead. Rider's fighting for her life. She isn't whining. I too need to do what I can. I can't lose focus for even a second. Rider will decide the timing. I need to free my left arm in advance so I can be ready. Select. Analyze. But it hurts. It hurts. I'm scared. Hurry. Hurry. Are you red? Ah! I disappear. I just lost something important. I can't remember what I lost. Oh, he lost his memory with Kiritsugu. I just know that there was something I kept close, and I'll never remember it again. Reserve, 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 reserve. Something rips. My right lung is torn out from inside. Ah! Still not yet. My mind won't last. Ryder's desperate too. Oh, it was Ryder, not Rin. Sorry, my bad. We won't lose. Look directly at Ryder with your heart and soul. She left her life in your hands. Ryder has her battle to fight, and I'll fight my way. Ryder stops moving. She's on her knees in front of Saber. Maybe she's too weak to retreat. Saber's sword streaks through the air. Ryder's gonna die. Ew, we got choices. I might have to look at the guide for this, but I'll save first. Okay, so all of these will actually have a different effect. One of them will have an effect later, but these are all relatively unique choices. And I'll talk about them later. I don't know if I'll reach it this episode, but it will be relevant eventually. But use my next projection and wait for my chance and clash with Saber. So clashing with Saber is going to result in the same thing as last time, I believe. We'll see. I can't abandon Ryder. Ignore the pain in my left arm and my eroding memories. And draw the Azoth blade and dash at the Black Swordsman. Oh, he's not projecting at all. My decision and movement are swift. My feet hurl me forward like a bomb blast. Bomb blast. My body flings through the air like a bullet. My blood flows backwards. My senses flow backwards. Poison flows backwards. My left arm and body are one. The novice Shirou Emiya transforms into Superman. 1 second feels like 10. I can take her. I can do it. I can definitely do this. Right now, I can fight Saber. If I pay the broken Shirou Emiya as a price. I slash from the side at the two clashing dark figures. Ryder kneels on the ground. Saber reacts to me only with her eyes. I got her. I bring the Azoth blade down on Saber's defenseless left arm. Nope. It shatters. The dagger should have pierced her body, but completely shatters as soon as it touches her. A light speed attack slashes me in response. I'm sliced open. Just as I intended, an arm goes tumbling off to the ground. Ryder jumps back while Saber stands calmly. I kneel, trying desperately to stop the blood fountaining from my left shoulder. What about the plan? I forgot the plan. I forgot a lot of things when I took off my shroud, actually. Why are we here? I writhe in agony. Damn. I didn't even have to think about you. The Black Swordsman declares in a stone-cold voice. I hear footsteps approaching. I'm helpless. She's she's behind me. Oh, she's behind me right now.
これであなたは牙をもがれた。口にはしませんが、さくらはあなたの存命を望んでいます。
You don't need your arms and legs to
は
live.
ですが、
Uh-oh. A sword bites into my back. The cold weight of death pushes in only a few centimeters, stopping just short of my heart.
選びなさい。ここで私の剣にかかるか、死以上の死をさくらに与えられるか、どちらを取るかはあなた次第です。
Wait, you'll take me to Sakura? Alright, let's go. My consciousness fades. I feel my blood leaving my body and the weight of my blade weight of the blade in my back. And everything is red. I don't know which option I chose. All I know is one thing. There's nothing I can do to save Sakura anymore. Yikes. Dead end. I thought he was going to project something and then attack her, but I guess those are two different choices. But who the fuck are you? Alright. Last time was the final tie. What? So I remember this is one of the Tosaka fangirls. She hasn't shown up since the beginning. I forgot about her. I don't think I ever remember her name. There were 3 lackeys, one that had like white hair and glasses, and one that had like shorter hair. But I literally don't remember anything. What the? She's got so many You're saving all these poses for now? What the fuck was that? What the fuck is this? Okay. Wow.
情け容赦なくデッドってる軽い気持ちの選択ミスからあなたを救う
Remix.
ファイター道場リミックスだよ。私たちの戦いはまだ始まったばかりだぜ。ああ、それダメ。そのセリフを言うと打ち切りになるからやめて。さて、さくらちゃんルートもクライマックス直前。東坂さんが大ピンチって時にやられてる場合じゃないでしょ。
Why are you dying, man? Just don't die.
そうだよ。シロじゃどうあってもセイバーには勝てないんだから、ここはライダーを信じて自分の仕事に徹すること。
シロの役割は後方支援。遠くから戦いを見守って美味しいところをかっさらうべし。けどこうなんていうか
Wait for the right
派
time,
手な
man.
話になってきたわね。舞台は地下になるわ。さくらちゃんは超絶パワーアップをするわ。あー、フェイトどこに行く？
そうなんすよ師匠。このルートこそ私の出番かと思ったらライバルがさくらでしょ。もう全然勝負にならなくて、こうやって道場に出戻りしたのでした。
But left me at home at the dojo. Come on.
悲惨な話じゃのう。いじめられっ子が実は一番打たれ強いっていうのは本当だったんだ。
ほんと、みんな猫かぶってて困っちゃう。セイバーもブラックになって容赦ないし、リンもいざとなったら冷酷になるし、シローもかわいそう。ヒロインの中で裏表ないの私だけだもの。
Yeah, I don't know about that, right?
確かにイリアちゃんは裏表ないけどね。
I mean, I guess you are genuine all the time, but like you definitely have different personalities when you do.
それじゃ恒例のちょっといい話。
Definitely have two
さく
sides.
らちゃんルートヘブンズフィールは2種類のエンディングがあります。このどちらかがグランドフィナーレ Fate Stay Night
Oh, fate, stay
真
night.
のエンディングです。
トゥルーとノーマルね。まあノーマルには簡単にいけると思うわ。けどトゥルーへの条件は今までの成果が問われるっていうか、ぶっちゃけ私の好感度が4以下だったり投影を1回でも多く使ってるとトゥルーにはいけないのでした。
Hey, alright, they tell you. If your affection is below 4 or you use too many projections, you can't reach the true ending. Ah!
ネタバレすんなー。
Yeah, goddamn it, Ilya. This is why you'll never be best girl.
何よ、最後なんだからこれぐらいいいじゃない。
ダメなり、これはフェイト最後の砦なり。でもぶっちゃけイリアちゃん好感度は14日目からやり直せばなんとかなるのである。
Day 14 was... I forgot which day that was. It was... Right! Okay. day 14 was a day where we went to Sakura's house, and it was a day where we knocked out really early. And the reason for them saying that day specifically is because there's actually a point for an Ilya. There's a chance for an Ilya point here, and that was because you chose to go home early because you're concerned for Ilya. All right. Shut up! It's my dojo, my rules.
ヒントを出すことが私たちの存在理由よ。
そうなんだ。ネタバレとよく違いがわからないけど、とにかく師匠応募だ。
39回目にしてようやく気づいたか。
We're almost there.
さて、次はいよいよオーラス最後のタイガー
Only
道場
one more
よ。
Tiger Dojo.
長かった本編もついにおしまい。
I will be honest. I should probably say this at the end, but I'll just say it now. I do prefer Oshiete CL Sensei. CL Sensei. I don't know what it is, but CL Sensei and Neko Arc, really funny.
最後のバッドエンドは鳥を飾るにふさわしい。
Ooh,
ラブラブ激ヤバ
gotta watch that bad end
と
then.
いう噂。
Lovey-dovey side story.
おのおの期待して優柔不断を貫くがよい。
All right, back to the decision point. So let's not do that. So, like they said, if you use too many projections, you will not be able to access the true end. So I'm actually going to try to get the normal end first. And one way to do it, apparently, is by using a projection now. Because I believe if you use it now, you might mistime it and you have to use it again. So I'm actually going to do wait for my chance first. And then use my projection. And you'll see why. I'll wait for my chance. I'll trust her. I have to trust her and wait. Why would rushing in to attack Saber help now? What could I possibly do with the projection I've been keeping at the ready? You've already decided our battle plan. Realta accepted it and recognized me as her temporary master. So I need to... Whoa. So if I look here... Right now we're here, which is versus Saber Crazy Train 2. Damn, that's one hell of a name. So you can probably tell from the fact that this leads into this in the middle. This event to the left here also reaches this. So once I reach here, I think I'm gonna go back and do this option. But we're on the crazy train now. Saber slices through empty air. Ryder's already retreated out of her range. As far as possible, she withdraws to the very edge of the cave. Saber doesn't give chase. Her legs are bound to Ryder's chains. That's why Ryder was kneeling. She persistently attacks Saber's upper body, but used her last move to chain her legs and drive the daggers into the ground, restricting her mobility. Whoa! Break chains. Magical energy surges through Saber's whole body. Wreathed in lightning, she easily destroys the chains. But it's too late. It was only a 2-second delay, and that was more than enough time for Ryder to wind up. Oh! We got this song! 50 meters separate them. Seeing the distance between them, Saber instantly divines Ryder's intent. She only has one way to counter it. So she'll answer Ryder's ultimate attack with her own. Oh shit, you're using Excalibur here? It's gonna cave in! There's a torrent of dark light. The winds collide and Saber's sword glows red hot. The comet will likely attack in 1 second. She deploys her strongest noble phantasm to cleave through Ryder's pure white light. That was pretty cool. So, okay, so that is the sigil that is used to summon Bellerophon? Ryder shifts her posture. The summoning circle is complete. The giant red eyeball appears in front of her. Saber shifts her blade sideways. Starlight coalesces and rotates, achieving criticality. The black sun grasps the flare in both hands. Ryder chants its true name. She's instantly enveloped in white. Saber unveils its true name. Her sword blazes into black fire. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of funny because the way they arranged it, it made it sound like Saber said Fawn and Ryder said Caliber. She ran straight into a blast Two rays of light flood the chamber, struggling for dominance. Time stops for an instant. Shirou Emiya accelerates his inner world, disguising a moment as eternity.
Trace.
Oh, fuck. When there's no music and he says trace on, it sent a shiver down my spine. Search, select, analyze, project. That is my role. This is my second projection. Wait, actually, if he says second, then we're probably still here, yeah. Magecraft, which erodes my body. But I can't defeat Saber without it. Ryder can't overcome Saber's noble phantasm, not even with Bellerophon. We both know that. So, I'll help her win. If Ryder's noble phantasm lacks destructive power, I just need to make up for it.
I am the bone of my sword.
I am the bone of my sword. Wait, he said that part. He didn't say my body is made of swords. I've decided what I'll use. I complete the projection in an instant. I'll make Ryder win using the greatest defense Archer knows. Raw ass! I'm here too! I intone its true name and turn it into reality. Oh. Yeah, the Bellerophon's got the flower! I thrust out my left arm and it shakes. The nerves, muscle, and blood vessels that are in it are going haywire. It feels like it can snap at any second. I desperately stabilize it with my right hand. Boom! Endure it. I can't stop the projection yet. The two pillars of light are still pushing against each other. If I lose IS's protection here, Ryder will be vaporized. Just like she is in the other route. My flailing left arm and left shoulder fire bullets into my body. Well, he said to say trigger. Uncontrollable magical energy rips around inside my body, like someone going wild with a rubber eraser, scrubbing Shirou Emiya's insides blank. I howl. I scream to drive off the pain and terror of losing myself. Raw magical powers clash. It completely upsets the rivalry between the two powers. Four petals scatter the black light, flooding the cavern in blinding radiance. Ah, he scattered it. That means the only thing left is Bellerophon. The servants are sent flying apart. Ryder slams into a wall unprotected with the same speed as her charge. Fuck, that must hurt. Saber is blown away by Bellerophon's light and falls to the ground on her back. They're both still alive. Ryder's down, unable to stand. She might be out of magical energy. Meanwhile, Saber is on the verge of defeat, but she still has strength to spare. All right, we're still here actually. We just barely edged Saber out in the battle of noble phantasms. Oh. I run without even knowing what I'm supposed to do. As I run, I unleash the Azoth blade.
Saber.
I rush to her. I rush to Saber and lean over her helpless body.
Shirou.
Did she hit her head? Saber gazes up at me absently. Aw, she sounds so normal. I wonder what I look like in her eyes. I straddle her, raise a dagger, and look down at Saber. Saber's regeneration is nothing to trifle with. She'll recover soon unless I finish her off. Unless I kill Saber, who's wounded and can't even stand or fight back. She'll kill us. My faded mind feels terribly clear. Is she conscious again? Saber's cold eyes stare up at her death. Alright, so here, we're actually... Well, that's the last thing here. So yeah, I'm gonna go back. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna use my next projection. I surpassed my limits. I'm gonna project a weapon to stop Saber while maintaining projection I made for Ryder. I lose my calm. My thoughts go white hot and exceed the speed of light. The objective and subjective are stripped away. Unknown knowledge dominates me. Project heavy weapon. I endlessly reduce, oh my god, the buzzing is really messing up my mind. Endlessly expand, endlessly grow. Fantasy becomes chaos with laws. That which come from nothingness no longer comes from nothingness, and many similarities arise through its expansion. Ah!
Oh, my sword.
That's Kalu de Bolg. I instantly project a sword and ready it. 2. I don't need to aim. I've already imagined it striking home, so this arrow will absolutely hit a saber. Oh shit! We got some red fractals. Well, I brick. That's something irreplaceable is broken. I view the result with my destroyed left eye. Ryder has retreated from Saber. Saber repels my loosened spiral sword and plants her feet instead of pursuing Ryder. Only 2 seconds have passed, but it's more than enough time for Ryder. And then, back to this. 50 meters separate them. Seeing the distance between them, Saber instantly divines Ryder's intent. She only has one way to counter it. She'll answer Ryder's ultimate attack with her own. Okay, so this part's probably gonna be virtually the same. Did we actually see her running Excalibur like this? There's a torrent of dark light. Winds collide and Saber's sword glows red hot. The comet will likely attack in 1 second. She deploys her strongest noble phantasm to cleave through Ryder's pure white light. It's like an accelerated version of this. Ryder shifts her posture. The summoning circle is complete. A giant red eyeball appears in front of her. Saber shifts her blade sideways. Starlight coalesces and rotates, achieving criticality. The black sun grasps that flare in both hands. Ryder chants its true name. She's instantly enveloped in white light. In white. Okay, this is gonna be the exact same. I'll keep going until it changes. Oh, here he actually does say something different. After saying trace on, he says, "This is my role. This is my second projection." Just to make sure you know the slight difference. This is my second projection. Oh, I don't know if I actually saw this before. We barely edged Saber out in the Battle of Noble Phantasms. 90% of Bellerophon's light was cancelled out by the Saber's sacred sword. Oh, I run without even knowing what I'm supposed to do. As I run, I unsheath the Azoth blade. Because it's like slightly different. I rush to her. I rush to end to Saber and lean over her helpless body. Okay, and this part's gonna be similar. Alright, time to make a decision. I know what the right answer is because I saw the movies. I remember this scene too because at the scene Shirou was bawling his eyes out, but we're gonna help Saber first and see what happens. I can't bring it down. My hands holding the dagger kept trembling and I can't stab Saber in the chest. She just keeps staring at me. She's gazing at me without any particular emotion, like someone watching firelight at the opposite shore. It was only a few days. Less than 8 days have passed since that night I lost her. No, I guess it had already been that long. It's been that long since I lost her vivid golden hair and gentle green eyes. The beauty of her swirling swordsmanship and silver armor is still fresh in my mind. She accepted an ignorant boy as her master and served as my sword until the end. No matter how many times she was hurt or faced death, her conviction never dulled for a moment. I won't forget her. I can't possibly forget the miracle of that night. Her golden hair drenched in moonlight. That was an eternal sight that will never be lost, no matter how much she changes. But won't it be lost to you if you forget all your memories? And you lose yourself? Then I understand. I can't kill Saber. Even though she's a shadow from herself covered in sinister magical energy, she's still the Saber who protected me. How could I possibly kill her? I drop the dagger. It plunges not into her chest, but the dry earth. The black swordsman says nothing. Her gradual healing body is already fully restored. Her master's magical energy must be enormous. She's recovered all the power she spent on top of her injuries.
Shirou, 初めてあなたを憎んだ.
Damn. It's like I am a warrior and you spared me like this? I understand her hatred. Oh, shit. Ah, okay, knows this. It's only natural she'd be disappointed. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. The cave crumbles. What's happening on the other side of the darkness? A vibration that feels like death throes comes from the depths of where Tosaka went. They remind me of someone wailing. Is whoever's making these vibrations desperately calling for help?
Saber!
Saber sinks into the ground. It must be related. No, her shadow devours her body.
Saber! でも
あなたの処刑は先送りです。
Oh shit.
桜は救いを求めている。
I really thought Saber was gonna kill him, but no. The shadow fades away. It swallowed Saber whole and seeped away into the ground. You know what? This was actually foreshadowed in the other ending where Saber was like, okay, you might not be able to beat me, but with your life, at the very least, you might be able to buy just enough time for Tosaka to beat Sakura, because there is a chance that Sakura will summon me to help her against Tosaka, and if that happens, it's GG's, which is what's happening now. So before we were fighting to delay her, now, well, it's too late. Ah! Well, I suddenly wake up. I was sleeping on my knees in a place I don't recognize. No, something's wrong. Something's wrong, but I can't remember what no matter how hard I try. I stand up. I shake my head to clear it. I seem to recall giving up something important to eliminate something else that was important to me. I pick up the Azoth blade sticking out of the ground. It's strange. I was just holding it, so why is it on the ground now? He forgot about Saber. I tightly fasten the bindings on my left arm. I've used most of my magical energy. There's some left in Archer's arm and some left in me. I think I can manage with that combined power, but I'm limited to one last projection. I won't be able to control Archer's arm anymore, no matter what I do afterwards. I think I used it like 3 times. I'm forgetting something, but I need to hurry on. My body feels hard. I feel like I'm turning into a Tin Man. Oh, we heard that squeak. Someone's calling for me from afar. Their voices... shit. Unfamiliar. Who is that? It feels important to me. I walk on in my tin body. Oh god. After some time, I exit the cave. The vibrations have already stopped. An unpleasantly lukewarm, nauseating wind blows. My left arm hurts. With each step, something carves away my brain's ability to think, like a collapsing building. I leave the black darkness and emerge into the white darkness. My body is hot. My body feels like a crucible thrust into a blast furnace. I'm dizzy. The headache doubles. My breath is hot, and the air is hotter. The heat is fierce enough to scorch my skin, and the air feels rotten and traps in my throat. I was wrong. This is more like being in a creature's intestines than a furnace. Ew, you're gonna get pooped out. This is the final stage. The final destination where Sakura is trapped, where Zoken lurks, where Tosaka was headed. But it's too quiet. There are no signs of any fighting. The white smoke prevents me from seeing Zoken's laughter, Tosaka's trail, Sakura's glooming face. I walk forward before I can think about what might have happened. I don't have time or the energy for it. My mind only has a limited number of cycles left. I have 1 projection remaining. I can't allow any excess considerations to degrade my final weapon. I go up the cliff. I single-mindedly climb the rocks, trying not to think of anything else. Ew, jeez. There's a pillar of light resembling a black sun. There. Hi, Sakura. Is the dark transformed Sakura?
Sakura?
That means Tosaka is probably dead. Sakura looks at me in wonder, in truly genuine amazement. Her red eyes lack any emotions. Their coldness is like a knife to the chest. I can't even form words. This was too foolish. I made the same mistake by being here as I did that other time.
来てくれたんですね、先輩。随分と遅いから逃げちゃったのかなって勘違いしちゃいました。ごめんなさい。今すぐ私を呼び戻しますね。
I'll call myself back right now. Sorry, I need to switch to my other personality.
先輩を驚かせようと思って出口にいっぱい配置したのは失敗でした。
She giggles. Instantly, my spine freezes. Sakura's smile is so unlike herself that I forgot what I was going to say or what I need to project.
さくら遠坂はどこに
I ask a stupid question. I forget what I need to say to bring Sakura back and ask an unnecessary question that I already knew the answer to.
姉さんですか？
She looked confused, but not at my question. It's as if she's disappointed that I don't know.
そうだ俺より先に遠坂が来たはずだ
I ate her.
あいつはどこに行った
The air is hot. I imagine the wind melting my body. From the cliff, I look out over the cave. I don't see Tosaka below. The only signs of life are on top of this cliff. At Sakura's feet, there's something that looks like a black ribbon in the darkened ground around her feet. I don't feel Tosaka's presence. I don't see her body. I don't even see her bloodstains.
さくらお前
ええ、先輩の思っている通りです。姉さんはもうこの世のどこにもいないんです。だってさっき私が飲み込んでしまったんですもの。
She was yummy. Ah, Jesus. Who? Oh God, that filter looks really
もち
weird.
ろん散らかしてなんていませんよ。
I mean to drink all her blood.
体も心も残さずきれいに。こんな体になってもお行儀はいいんです私。
Who? Damn. It got all pixely too.
けど姉さんは死んでなんかいません。今もこうやって私の中で苦しんでいます。姉さんあんなに弱かったんですね。私がされたことを一から体験させてあげてるんですけど、1日目で泣き崩れてる。ほら聞こえますか？助けてって、ごめんなさい
Damn.
って。
This is so fucked up.
昔の私みたいに叫んでる。はあ、かわいいな。そんなことまで口にして。お願いだからここから出して桜ですって。
Yeah, this face of hers like really creeps me out. It's like she's just so out of it, and she's like, yeah, I don't see a problem though.
バカな姉さん。そんなこと言われたらもっと楽しみたくなるのに。
Who?
美味しすぎて我を忘れそう。ごちそうさま先輩。先輩が連れてきてくれたあの人は最高のごちそうでした。
Does that mean I'm the entree or am I just a snack? What the hell is this? My remaining thoughts go haywire. My intellect bursts and scatters. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or who am I looking at.
さくら
You've gone too far for me to ever take you back.
やめてください。だいたい先輩がいけないんですよ。セーバーを助けたりするから最後の最後で姉さんは私を殺しそうにな
Yeah,
った。
Shirou, this is your fault.
セーバーの助けがなかったら殺されていたのは私の
You
方だ
shit.
けど嬉しいです。先輩はセーバーを助けて私を助けて姉さんを殺してくれた。だから
違う俺は
You have to realize this is my route. You shouldn't have thought about Saber so much.
先輩も一緒に取り込んであげます。さあ先輩、姉さんが待っていますよ。姉さんたらさっきから先輩に助けを求めてばっかりなんだもの。すぐそばに行って手でも握ってあげてくださいね。
Oh, are you shipping us now? Shadows fall. The light from the pillars is cut off, as if by some great wall. Whoa! Black shadows sheathe out of the ground. I don't know where they came from, but the giants surround me like a cage. There's no escape. The giants meld together and swallow me like a tsunami. Instantly, I lose all sensation in my body. I am in an endless, bottomless darkness. While falling into Sakura's shadow, I think I hear someone sobbing. Bad end. Should have killed Saber. I know you couldn't do it, man, but it's like both Sabers disappointed you and and Tosaka's dead. Extra stage. It's the last Tiger Dojo, motherfucker. How do you feel? Woo!
お待たせ。あの子もその子もどの子も大好き。みんな大好き。フェイト唯一のラブラブ激甘エンドだよ。
Lovey-dovey sugar sweet ending, which you love and she loves and she loves and everybody
やっ
loves.
たー。優柔不断な男の子をみんなで慰めてダメにする素敵な。
Sorry, I was trying to get the Harem EX protagonist ending. Ah!
ってこれのどこがラブラ
やっぱり無理あるっすか師匠。
ブエンドだ。もうこういうサスペンスなの禁止。苦労して倒したはずの怪生物がエンディングロールの後に蘇ってフィンとかもう大好き。
不滅ゆえに怪物だからな。
Moss has gotta be immortal. Okay, so like, I know like, looking at Sakura's design, Tosaka's design, she has that like little white thing like behind her face. And every time I see it, I think it's like a cigarette. So I'm just like, she just looks so done. She's just like smoking a doobie. I'm just like, wait, what is that actually? I have no idea. Originally I was like, is it part of her ribbon? But her ribbon is black. It might actually be something like that. It's something she has in her mouth.
ああ先輩久しぶりっす。
You're fucking dead.
まったくこれというのも変な未練にこだわったからよ。助けられるのは一人だけ。その覚悟で最終決戦に臨んだんだから、どんな状況だろうと貫き通さないと。
ハス立派です師匠。
Us.
けど本当にセイバーを救うエンディングはないんですか？
If you want to save Saber, go back to the UBW or something.
セイバールートをやれ。
Or Sabers, right? Yeah. Depending on your definition of save.
身も蓋もないけどそういうことね。さくらちゃんルートでセーバーちゃんをハッピーにするエンディングはない
Oh
ので、
no, Saber fans,
セーバーちゃん支
give
持派は
up.
諦めてくだ
Give
さ
up.
い。
What'd you say about me?
タイガー道場もこれで本当におしまいです。全40回飽きずに付き合ってくれてありがとうございました。
Yeah. So
そんなに
many.
あったんだ。けどタイガーこのスタンプ全部集めるとどうなるの？
Do I at least get an achievement?
それは集めてのお楽しみ。
Okay.
本編ももうすぐ終わるし、まだ見てない道場があったらスキップ機能を駆使してやり直すのも楽しいかもね。何にせよ今までプレイしてくれてありがとう。
Thanks for buying the game. You don't need to play the rest anymore because you've done all the good stuff. All the Tiger JoJos are done.
本編もあとちょっと。最後まで頑張ってね。
今まで本当にありがとう。楽しかったよ。それじゃあバイバイ。縁があったらフルコンプリート後にまた会おうね。
Oh, okay, we'll have one more. It won't be a dead end Tiger Dojo, but we'll see them when we finish the game. Hell yeah. For one last hurrah. Alright. Yeah. Bring my arm down. I don't hesitate. I stare into Saber's eyes and answer her gaze by bringing my heavy arms down. Oh shit. She doesn't resist. Oh man, look at his fucking eyes. He's dead inside. He's like, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this. I end her life with a precise strike. I had memories with her. Even now, I felt the warmth of life from her. Her warmth was always right next to me, and I could never forget it. I kill her, along with these memories. I gouge out my memories and throw them into a place I can't reach. That's what I was saying. He was like, I won't ever forget this. I'm like, how do you know that? They'll never come back. I'll never remember her again. I'll never be forgiven for this. I chose this path. I killed others to save Sakura. I killed a girl close to me who protected me until the very end with my own hands. I'm not allowed to regret or repent. This is what it meant to choose to be someone's ally. To protect my ego, to protect the one I love. I'm going to keep robbing others of their precious things. But beyond that, I'll never find anything brilliant enough to make up for what I've lost.
Saber.
For the rest of my life, I'll keep searching for happiness that can make up for what was lost. I can already see that my debts will keep piling up until one day I can no longer move. Yet, pathetic, absurd, and worthless though it may be, I'll take responsibility for what I stole. I don't know where to find happiness. Still, I swear to never give up, even if there's no end to my
あ
quest.
りがとう。お前に何度も助けられた。
My dagger stops meeting resistance. The black swordsman silently stares up at me as she sinks into the black shadow. Well, Sakura's like, I summon you, Saber, and it's just like a dead body. Oh, that's not what I expected. Alright, we're heading into another interlude. Is this gonna be like Sixter's conclusion, or like, I don't know, like 7, 8 billion? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna check here. Okay, so she does use the jeweled sword. So like, Sakura actually said that like if Saber wasn't here, she'd actually kill her. Like Torasaka was actually going to win if Saber wasn't there. So that's really interesting. But as we see, this is not Sisters yet. It's the jeweled sword Zeldritch. So we're almost there. We're almost done. But I think this is where I'm gonna stop for today. We got some music in the background, which is kind of a new theme too. So it's like kind of cool, to be honest. It sounds very hopeful despite our extremely dire situations. But yeah, I'm looking at the flowchart, and there are like a sizable number of events left. I think I'm gonna do 2 more episodes. One of them will be like the rest of this part until I get to the good end, or sorry, the normal ending, and then the last episode will be the true ending. Unless the good ending is like really short, then I'll end up doing both endings in the next episode. But either way, 2 episodes max left. So yeah, we're at the home stretch, and let's see what will end up happening with Torasaka and Sakura next time. Until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!